Welcome to another exciting episode of Knorr Taste Quest. And you gotta believe me when I say that indeed, hot just got hotter. And it's all brought to you by the brand that cares as much about the food that you make for your loved ones as you do, and co-sponsored by Custard Motors and Kenwood. This is the Knorr Taste Quest, and I'm your host, Manny. And every week, as always, our contestants pit their culinary prowess against one another to discover the Knorr Taste Quest champion who would earn the bragging rights as Nigeria's culinary best. And I must say so, folks, it truly has been an awesome time so far on the show with all that exciting culinary education going on, you know, lots of adventure here and there. And now that we're getting close to the end, we all can see that the heat is cranked up higher and higher.
I believe cooking is about creativity. So what people don't expect you to bring with that, you just have to bring it out, and that's what I did.
I hope this is the beginning of better things for me, I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh, I just expect the best, generally.
When I'm taking to the next level, I'll take their corrections and do much better.
Now, last week, our contestants had to make huge hurdles when they were given fresh prime ingredients, dried ingredients, semi-processed ingredients, processed ingredients. As a matter of fact, a grand total of 25 ingredients. Now that sounds like a bunch. Maybe that's the reason why Chinelo just couldn't take the heat and got herself out of the running completely.
Any words for her, ma'am?
Chinelo, I've watched you through the competition, and you did some great times. You had some great times, and sometimes we're not so good. But go ahead, continue your research, be a better cook, love what you do, enjoy taste of food, and sky's the limit for you. You've done well. Congratulations.
Thank you. I wouldn't say I am surprised because judging from the comments and just basically from the comments, I could tell that I was the worst for today. So I wouldn't say I'm surprised.
Now, on the brighter side, Dixon waltzed her way through all the ingredients and somehow managed to come out tops in the day's task.
It's a beautiful feeling, I must say, winning for the second time. It's a beautiful feeling, coupled with the fact that I know what the other contestants can do, and then I'm being the top of the class. It's a beautiful feeling. Well, I can only hope it gets better from here. I'd not like to be that person who's been put on the great heights and then falls from there. I hope to get better. I hope to deliver, better than I have.
And in other news, Moses and Doom also had a lot to say about their extremely lucky escape from the motley of ingredients and their expectations going forward as well.
Feels good. I still thank God that I'm still in the game and hoping to do better. I was saved by the cream, but mostly by God.
The game is on. I'm ready for the next level.
Now, we'll surely get back to the motley of ingredients and all the hot run-ins, but for now, let's meet our esteemed judges, starting off with our executive chef, Dr. Robert, and our sous chef, Chef Freggs, and our second sous chef, Chef Renee. Stay with us. The Knorr Taste Quest will be back after the break. Welcome back to Knorr Taste Quest. Let's meet our contestants. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
On your progress so far. And I wish you the very best in the hot journey ahead. On that note, it's time, Dr. Robert.
Congratulations, the 7 of you. Is my math correct? It's unbelievable that you have gone from 14 people down to 7 so rapidly, and will continue to go down even more rapidly in the next 3 to 4 weeks. Hard to believe, a brand new car, Kenwood kitchen equipment, and 2 million naira. That's an awesome a lot to win, and it could be anybody's game at this point in time. After last week's dessert episode, quick fixes, we've decided to do another training session with you all today. to help you prepare yourself for the weeks ahead. It's important to pay attention to what we do, what you do also, how stuff is done, how you plate, and how you present things so that your food can stand out when placed to get next to your mate's food. We'll join you on set.
My new Knorr cubes are here.
And the flavor is 3 times meatier.
3 times?
Yes.
Fun. I can't wait to start cooking.
Joyce, what special flavor do you put in your stew? And how come you're always having so many customers?
It's the new Knorr cubes, so.
No?
The new Knorr cubes flavor is now 3 times meatier. Taste some.
I think I'll have some more.
Taste the Knorr difference, now with 3 times meatier flavor.
Today is going to be a little different take on your training. We're going to look at stuff that you all did last week. Ojo, for instance, did a very nice pastry that was just unbelievable. So he will take the stage and show you all what he did, how he did it, and we will assist with that. Wando did an excellent peanut brittle, or nut brittle as she called it. We'll also do that again today. And then Pupola did a shortbread that was really awesome. And we'll do that today also. And then we'll show you all how you can use those same ingredients, same recipes that you have done, and plate them even nicer. What shocked us last week is that you all have so many bits and pieces of equipment in the kitchen and you don't use them. So before we go into this, we're going to show you the equipment that you have and how you can use them. It's not a rule of thumb, it's not a must-do, but it's always nice to tie your apron in front as opposed to behind you. And the reason being, when it's in front, you can see it, you can undo it quickly in an emergency. If your apron is tied behind you and it catches fire, you can't find the knot, the bow, and whatnot. In front, it's a little easier to do. So I always advise that if your apron string is long enough, to tie it in front of you as opposed to behind you. Equipment that we have here is stuff that we have all seen in the pantry. Your Kenwood kitchen machine. And they call this what? Meat grinder. And this here is a food processor, but it's also a form of a kitchen machine. It's the downgrade, so to speak, of the Kenwood. This does just about everything. It has a blender attachment. It has the centrifugal juicer. It has a regular juicer. It has all the things for chopping up your vegetables. That which is the food processor. The kitchen machine does the same thing as this and more. How do I put the pieces together? Because it comes with very many pieces. But once you start, it's usually not a problem. This is the part for the centrifugal juicer. What does the centrifugal juicer do?
Separates the chaff from the...
There you go. It separates the pulp, or as you said, the shaft from the actual juice, as opposed to a citrus juicer where you're pressing down. Yeah. Okay. This fits on this way, and this fits this side here. There you go. There you go. Okay. Can we have some kind of fruit or something? Let's do apple.
Let's do apples, okay.
Okay. Can we cut them into half? They've already been washed. It has...
No,
Is it there?
Yeah?
Yeah. And that's the purest form of apple juice. Natural, easy, and when you all were looking for what to do with syrups and your pomegranate and stuff like that, you had the machine to make it zap, zap, zap for you. But look at this. This is pure unadulterated apple juice. And you can use that for any kind of sauce that you want to make whatsoever. Same machine. Same machine. This bowl is multi-purpose. It does mixing, it does food processing, it also does chopping. We'll start first of all with some mixing. That's the mixer one. And you can see it has your beaters there, which are very good for eggs, egg whites and stuff like that. Nope. There you go. Yeah. Okay. And what's so nice about this is you can add sugar into here, you can add more stuff into here as it's beaten. And you can beat these eggs until they double in size and turn almost white. The thing about the kitchen machine, which you all call the mixer, it also has the attachment for mincing meat. So if you buy this, you then have all those attachments available for it. There you go. Okay. Yeah. Okay, use this and push it through. Yes, sir. That's simple and easy and straightforward to do. Mince meat, ground beef without having to go and buy it from the store. And you can mince any kind of meat. You can mince lamb, you can mince chicken, you can mince pork, anything you want to mince, you can mince. We're going to do one more thing before we now go to actual cooking. We're going to use the food processor unit of this. Let's start with a slicer. And it has different blades, different size slices and whatnot. And we're going to do, Chef Regine has given me the most difficult one to do, which is the carrots. We're going to do carrots in there. It helps sometimes if they're about the same length. So let me find the ones at the same length. And it also helps if you have them pushed inside, as opposed to, because if you don't push them in like this, it's going to go to the side, and it's going to just. Evenly sliced, all the same slices.
So instead of using class.
Makes life so easy.
Lots of culinary education going on. Interesting.
Okay, so we're going to do some grating now. A spatula, please. And you can see all of them. Coleslaw done. Olabade. Coleslaw done. Even strips of carrots. And done in seconds.
The Knorr Taste Quest Kitchen. This is more than a kitchen.
Before we leave this station, we're going to do your cream. You all whipped cream until it turned to butter. Okay? And that's from over whipping. And you had you actually had 3 types of cream in the pantry. You had a pre-sweetened cream because you were doing desserts. You had a regular cooking cream, and you had a unflavored dessert cream. And you all whipped it, and we had many batches of butter that you had to throw away. If you're whipping cream, put your beater and your bowl in the freezer. It gives you that much better product that much quicker. Ojo, if you go to the freezer, you'll see there's a bowl there, and there's the whisk. If you can bring it for us, please, and also the cream. And you can see, and that's why I love the metal bowl that Kenwood makes, because you don't get the same effect from a plastic bowl. So you put it in the freezer, and it just whips your cream in 2 seconds. Okay?
So the cream is cold, the bowl is cold, the whisk is
And the whisk is cold. Let's put half of the same thing. Same thing. I know you can't hear me because of the machine, but you start to look at it and you can see the marks of the beater coming through. Okay? Can you see it? So you know it's getting ready. Now at this stage, you have to now be careful because that's when it will now turn to butter. You see it's doubled in volume? And it's beginning to peak now. So once it gets to the peak, I will stop. Now you can see the peaks.
Awesome.
Okay? Now you guys had it for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and it turned to cream. From cream, it separated to milk and oil, and then you now made butter. And we're going to now go to next stages. So we're doing shortbread. We're doing nut brittle. We're doing pastry, which we're doing apple and pear filling. So let's do our prep. Remember to put your apples and pears in some water with lemon. That will stop them from oxidizing and changing color. When you think of apple pie filling or any kind of filling that has to do with apple, what seasoning comes to mind? Cinnamon. So we're going to more or less boil down the apple with a bit of butter. Already smells good. So he's going to add some sugar to the butter. And remember, we're not working with a recipe because we figured that you guys worked on set without a recipe because you don't know the recipe to heart when you come to set. We're going to add apple.
Is there any water there?
No water yet.
The rest of the water.
Yeah. And we're going to add the pear.
And the pear as well.
Did you get the pomegranate?
Okay.
So
where's
the Knorr Classic, please? Thank you. I'm going to do about a quarter of half of one, or a quarter of one, just to give you a salty tinge.
And then let it
Okay. So now you just allow it, stew down.
Can we put a lid on this? And while that is stewing by itself, we have our rice in the rice cooker cooking by itself. Nobody has to worry about that. And we'll move to a station for Mr. Ojo. Now, Ojo, what ingredients did you use for your pastry?
I used flour,
okay,
butter, sugar, and pinch of salt.
And pinch of salt. Okay, let's use the same flour, butter, and sugar, but let's take that pinch of salt and use a pinch of Knorr Classic instead of salt.
Yeah, we need Knorr Classic a little. Yes.
Chef ready?
Yeah, good.
So he's added some Knorr Classic to his butter and flour mixture. 250 grams of flour, 250 grams of butter.
There you go.
Okay, that was easy to do.
Yeah, very easy to do, very simple and very straightforward. And we're going to use that pastry in two ways. One, we're going to do apple pear and pomegranate pie that we bake. We're also going to do one that we'll do and fry. Wanda, you're next. Why are you wrapping that like that?
Okay, so that it will not stick. Actually, you can use any surface that is not that is heat resistant, but you have to grease it so that when you pour the brittle mixture, which has caramel, it won't stick.
It won't stick. Okay. So you could have used a sheet pan, for instance.
Yes. Or it's silicone mat. Okay. So we have the almonds, the coarsely ground cashew nuts. Then I need to grease this. So I put my sugar and a little water.
There you go.
Every detail, every measure, the heat is on.
Okay.
And you can see the nice rich golden color that is coming out of it.
Okay, so it's okay now because the residual heat will still cook it.
Okay.
So
now she's adding her cranberry, almond, cashew, and Knorr mixture to her sugar.
Usually I do that, I pour it.
Well, you pour it immediately. Interesting, see?
Temptation not to eat it straight away.
It's very, very hot, so we don't want to mess with this. It's horribly hot.
It looks good. It smells good. Now, how long do you leave it like this for it to get hard?
It doesn't take so long, so I'm thinking like 5 minutes.
Like 5
and
minutes.
you don't wait for it to be too cold before you like give it shape. So when it's still like a little bit warm, you just use a knife and give it shape.
And give it some shape. We go to the next station. We work with Pupola to do the shortbread.
The pan, please. Yes. Yes, please.
Okay, he's taken the rice from the rice cooker that he allowed to cook itself. If you remember, that's the joy of using our rice cooker. The rice is just perfectly cooked without having to stress yourself. This is the first time, and I think that's very ingenious, of rice in shortbread.
Yes, that's bold.
Very ingenious.
I'm making a shortbread right now. The basic recipe for a shortbread, there are just three things. We have the flour, the sugar, and the butter. But now I'm giving gari, I'm giving rice to add into it. Just adding this to here. Just a little bit. Have some rice in. Was in here. So. And sugar, I'll need half of this.
Okay.
Okay. And of course, the last item, butter. So I need to mix this together. And my butter is cold. Knorr Classic, please.
Knorr Classic, please.
Sprinkle, yeah.
Sorry. It's okay?
Yeah, it's okay. Some more.
And Doc, the Knorr Classic acts as salt and flavoring for the shortbread.
Exactly.
A lot of sweet things today, we are adding salt to them because it makes them that much nicer. It just kind of enhances the taste. We're going to let this rest. We're going to check on our apple pie filling, or rather apple, pear, and pomegranate filling. And then we're going to now go into making that into some kind of sweet, delicious dessert. Can you all see? You can see it looks like a lot of apples. Look at it. And you have this nice red color that you will get from apple and rhubarb, but we have done apple and pomegranate. And it looks very good. Okay, so we'll put this off now, and we will go and work with the pastry that Ojo has made for us.
Yes, so much culinary education going on right now, but hey, the Knorr Taste Quest. We'll be back after the break.
My new Knorr cubes are here.
And the flavor is 3 times meatier.
3 times?
Yes.
Fun. I can't wait to start cooking.
Joyce, what special flavor do you put in your stew? And how come you're always having so many customers?
It's the new Knorr cubes, so.
No?
The new Knorr cubes flavor is now 3 times meatier. Taste some.
I think I'll have some more.
Taste the Knorr difference, now with 3 times meatier flavor.
With the new Ford EcoSport, your world just got bigger.
Welcome back to Knorr Taste Quest, and the heat is on.
Now, I need a little cinnamon powder on it.
A little cinnamon powder.
Yeah,
interesting.
it, yeah.
Here you are.
There you go.
And then the fillings.
And the fillings?
Yeah.
What's the fillings?
The apple and pears fillings.
Can you have a spoon, please?
Have a spoon behind here. Yeah.
Now he's rolled it up from the edge, and it's proven to you all that he's not been disappointed by his pastry with the very high content of butter.
You know his techniques are...
Yeah. He's also rolling it more than once, so it's almost like you're layering a croissant where you have several layers of dough together. And we hope that the viewers can see how easy it is to do this simple recipe.
So we're putting to bind.
Okay, it's going to act like a glue?
Yes, exactly, sir.
He's put some egg at the end, and that egg is to help seal. For lack of a better word, acts as a glue to glue the edges of the pastry together so it doesn't pop open when it's in the oven.
So it's ready now to go to the oven.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you not going to brush it?
Yeah, I will brush it once it's here.
Okay.
It's hot.
And what temperature do you bake it at?
Ideally, you should bake at 190 degrees centigrade.
It's very important for the viewers to know because different ovens have different temperatures. So 190 degrees centigrade, about 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and between 4 and 5 mark on your gas oven mark. And the reason you bake the pastry that high is because the butter should not melt, it should pop open and cause you to have a very flaky pastry. If the oven temperature is lower than that, the butter will melt in the pastry and you have a flat pastry that's stuck together. You egg wash for 2 reasons. One, for appearance, and one, that same appearance helps you to know that your pastry is almost ready because the egg wash gives you a solid golden color. He's putting it in the center of the oven. It's always best to pick it in the center of the oven. That's where the heat is even most. If it's too low at the bottom, you get bottom heat. If it's too high to the top, it burns at the top. Okay, so let's set the timer for 20 minutes so we can move to something else without worrying this way. There you go. Okay, so now we're going to go and do the shortbread. Take your spoon, Olabade, and can we have a plate for this, please? So you don't put too much, remember?
No, no worries.
Okay.
Okay, so what I've done is I've taken, the scrap from the pastry, just to check that the oil is okay. Sometimes your oil is too hot. Like it happened with some of your raviolis last week. Some were burnt on the outside, the dough was still raw inside. So you want to, you do it with onions at home when you want to check the oil is hot or something. But here, you want to just check if the oil temperature is right. And the more things you put in oil, when you deep fry, it drops the temperature. So you want the temperature to be right enough. Right, so the oil is, I just need to turn it golden brown, then I know it's hot and we're good to go. This deep frying, why we're showing you this is because the faster way to bake, and so that you know it's going to cook for sure. So we're just going to allow that fry. It's looking good. So I think this is about ready. See how nice and golden brown it is.
It's not burnt.
It's not burnt, it's not blackened. So I'll just dress it in the oil a bit and check it out.
So he has rolled out his short crust pastry. The color of the pomegranate is awesome. Okay. There you go. Shortbread always has the classic marks of the fork on it. So he's doing that now. And then he's going to sprinkle sugar on top of it before it goes into the oven.
So we're making poached pears in red wine, okay? And in the pot, real quick. I'm gonna use about the whole bottle. It's a lot of pears.
Thank you very much.
Now I have sugar. I'm gonna put all this in there because I want to have some syrupy texture to the liquid, okay? I need my Knorr. So I have my Knorr. I'm going to use about a quarter of this, okay? A quarter of this one. Not, yeah, okay? So I have my sugar in there. I have my cloves. I have my ginger. I have my nutmeg. So I'm going to put the water in. That's about how many cups of water?
About 600,
yeah. So I'm going to put that in there. Because it's poached, I want to make sure that what I'm poaching is covered in there, okay? I want to make sure that the water, the poaching liquid, covers everything that I'm cooking. And then we're going to turn the liquid.
So she stood the pears up in the pot with the stalks showing, okay? And then she'll pour that liquid on top of them.
Voila.
There you go.
So the most important thing when poaching is to make sure that whatever it is you're poaching does not stay at the bottom of the pot. You can take a look. You can see that all of my pears are floating on top. That's the beauty of poaching, okay? So everything's in there. We're going to leave that to just keep simmering. It's going to be on a simmer. It's not going to be on a rapid boil, okay? Towards the end, we'll put it to a rapid boil so that we can get some of that syrupy goodness in there, okay? Awesome.
Okay, we'll have one more thing to do and then we're done. Olabade, if you can get us 5 whole eggs and 5 egg yolks. Okay, about 2 cups of milk, some sugar, and vanilla bean pod, and come and do us an egg custard very quickly, which you struggled to do and gave us scrambled eggs last week.
What you want to do is pour half of your milk. Walk really quickly. Then
where's the nutmeg?
have to walk really quick. So you want to keep whisking.
Olabode, want to take over this whisking? Ojo, want to take over this? Just continue stirring this so it doesn't burn at the bottom. Okay?
Okay, so
let him take over that.
So you just need to keep stirring.
Okay?
Okay, so this is faster than doing you have a metal bowl on top and then stirring over.
That's a completely different sauce you're making. That's a hollandaise I'm trying to make.
Okay, so this is just custard sauce.
Okay. So we're going to, you can bring it out now. So you notice we didn't allow it sit, so we're passing this through just in case there are any lumps left. Any bits that, can you smell that already?
We're pouring the egg custard over your bread and butter pudding. Don't worry that it looks as though it has too much egg or too much of the mixture. It will bake and cook. Okay? You don't have to. This is you can actually do, but this is the nicer way to do it. And you want to let it sit in the mixture for about 10 minutes before you put it inside the oven. The chocolate sauce that Chef Renee is going to use for plating was basically dark chocolate melted down with cream. When it got to a stage where it was nice and creamy, we added a big dollop of butter to it and just continue stirring it slowly until it has reduced itself to this. Okay?
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Like a pastry brush is something that's versatile in most kitchens for bakers and all. So I'm gonna just take a little bit of this and I'm gonna just go like so. Just so I have that streaky mark on there, okay? And I'm gonna take my pear just to get that butter. Okay. I'm gonna put it right here, okay? Let's not forget my orange supremes. That's for color and for more sweetness. Just on the side, like that. Okay? Instantly brings it to life. And then what you want to do is just sort of swell. Okay, a little bit of even the pros air, okay? But what you want to do is just, now this is hardening up. It's getting thicker because I took it off the heat. But what you want to do is get a nice swirl on there and get the chocolate on the pear so that when you go to eat it, you get that chocolatey goodness with it. Let's try and salvage this. There you go. Okay, so lesson learned. Make sure that your chocolate always stays on the heat so that you have that smooth, liquidy consistency, okay? All right.
Notice the nice red color that she got from the
poached pears.
And that's from the red wine and all the spices, the Knorr classic that is inside. And you can imagine how that will taste when we sit down now to delve into. We have 7 of them, so we're all going to get a taste and see how those poached pears taste.
I know it looks like, in quotes, but you can be artistic with it a bit. Now with this brittle, right, what I can do is just in my hands or just want to crumble it slightly. It's kind of really, it's kind of really tough, but I'll show you why I want to crumble it. I'll just crumble some on there to start with. I'll put my pear here. I'll move this to the center. Now the cream, I don't want to, in case the chocolate is hot, the pear is warm. One other spoon. I'm going to try and make a canal. So I put the brittle on there so that it stays.
It's big.
Then you just have like a small brittle there in the center. Then the liquid in the pan, that's like a caramel from the red wine. You can see it's gone slightly syrupy. You just put that on the pear. Just give it that final shine. So what I would do is get these two nice pieces here. Let me get a. So
now by doing that, you can see the beauty of the folding and the inside of the.
Good job with the rolling, Joe.
Yeah, it's been cut already.
Okay, no, it's too small. What I want, so I would just. Pipe, you can pipe whatever style you like, you know? So you pipe that, and remember we had some of our custard here. You could just put it in the middle.
Can I have
right next to it,
please?
So it's a bundle of joy. So just take some of this pear, like Doom said, something red. I could do some on the custard, so that it has a nice tinge all over the plate. So
that's it.
This is thick enough. Just plate it right next to it as well. Now some of it pour down here. Then, sure. Chef, if you want to.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an amazing time with you all in the kitchen today. Unbelievable. Everyone is actually skilled, and you all have actually picked up a lot of stuff over the past weeks. We've got poached pears done in 2 ways with your red wine sauce that's spiced up with Knorr and other seasoning. You have your apple strudel with custard and cream. You have your peanut brittle, or nut brittle as we call it. You have your apple turnovers, and the most amazing bread and butter pudding, and of course, our shortbread. Thanks to you all, and of course, thank you to Chef Regine and Chef Renee. We'll see you all for another fantastic time, of course, in the kitchen next week.
Thank you.
With all this culinary education, We surely can expect thrilling times next week when the quest continues for Nigeria's best. Now you know this is the Knorr Taste Quest. And for those of us at home, you know with Knorr, everyone is a winner. And that is the reason why there are prizes to be won every single week by the viewers. Just answer the weekly question correctly. And by the way, the numbers of last week's winners are on the screen now. Congratulations. This week's question is, what are the names of our judges? What are their names? Is it A, Dr. Robert, Chef Bimbola, and Chef Regs? Or is it B, Chef Regs, Chef Fife, and Chef Peter? Or is it C, Dr. Robert, Chef Rene, and Chef Regs? You know the answer? Then hurry up and text. Text RR, then your answer. If it's A, B, or C, to the short code 33120. The first 20 correct entries will get exciting prizes from Knorr, so hurry up and text. And we want to hear from you guys, so whatever you do, like our Facebook page, send us your comments and your favorite recipe as well. We say a big thank you to our co-sponsors, Costaris Motos and Kenwood. And now to the esteemed judges. For this amazing culinary experience, thank you, Dr. Robert, Chef Regs, and Chef Rene. Awesome as always. And I'll see you all same time next week on Knorr Taste Quest. From me, Manny, it's goodbye.